Welcome back to another GTA 5 Q&A video. Today we're going to be talking or answering some questions post Doomsday Heist DLC. We'll be going over Orbital Strike questions, Heist Payout questions, and even talking a little bit about if it was a good idea for Rockstar to make this an online DLC instead of what was originally supposed to be the single player DLC. So hopefully you guys do enjoy the video. Now hopping right in, the first question we're going to talk about from Ash: do you think that Rockstar is going to release 2 cars for Christmas? If so, do you think one will be limited edition or not? Well, we already know the Hermes is going to be a free gift from Rockstar for Christmas. We don't really know much more though. Some people are speculating that they may end up just releasing all 13 unreleased cars for Christmas so they could get a ton of people buying shark cards, because if they have 13 cars and you see shark card sales, you might be like, all right, screw it, I'll buy a shark card. But then that obviously means no drip feed, which means they can't drag out this DLC for 3 months like they did with the last few. So we'll just have to wait and see. I think tomorrow's when they're going to announce on their newswire what they're doing, what their plans are, when snow's going to be coming. So once they announce that, I will let you guys know. So be looking out for that. Then we have Kylevi. What is your favorite vehicle from the Doomsday Heist? And this will be a question I kind of want everyone to answer in the comment section. For me though, it's tough to choose between two. I love the Akula and I love the Deluxo. I think I've been using the Deluxo a little bit more just because it's like the one vehicle I've been wanting in the game for a long time. But the Akula is just so freaking awesome in online. The fact that you don't show up on the radar is something that I've been wanting for the longest, and we can do it in that helicopter. So I don't know between those two. Maybe I would say the Deluxo just because I'm not the best helicopter pilot, and I'll probably get killed eventually flying an Akula. But for me, it's between those two with probably a slight advantage to the Deluxo. But yeah, let me know in the comments what yours is. Then we have Wilco Lad. Do you think the Orbital Cannon is a good idea? And then on top of that, we have Nick. I have heard a lot of people say the Orbital Cannon is OP, even with the 48-minute cooldown and the high price. Do you think Rockstar did a good job with balancing the cannon, or do you think it's still OP? So originally, I did not expect us to use this in online. I thought it was just going to be in one of the missions, and it turns out I was completely wrong. I think they did a fairly good job at balancing it, because 48 minutes is a long time and 750,000 is a lot of money. If I was making the game, no, I would not have put it in online, because the reason it's in online is to get people to waste their money. It literally serves no good purpose in the game, but as a business, obviously they want people to waste their money, so they lose their money, so they have to buy shark cards, right? Or at least play the game more. So from a business perspective, it makes sense. I think they did a good job in balancing it. It sucks when you get killed by it for sure, but I don't know how much more they could do without making it completely useless. If they made it like 2 hours, then I don't know if that would be any better. If they made it any more money, then maybe people wouldn't use it. So I feel like for them, what they have right now is the best that they could do. But like I said, I personally, if I was making this game, I would have not put it in online, just because it basically gives players the abilities that modders have, right? Because modders, at least on PC, in their menus and stuff, some of them have the option to blow everyone up. They can nuke the entire lobby. Well, guess what? Now, Rockstar turned that into a way that they could profit off of. Because with the Orbital Strike, you can kill anyone in the lobby, basically, unless they're, underground or something. So that's my thoughts on the Orbital Cannon. You guys can let me know in the comments if you like it or hate it. It's kind of like half and half. Some people love it, some people hate it, but it is what it is. And I think, once the initial hype goes away, you'll be seeing it a lot less, just because no one, unless you have like billions of dollars, no one's going to really spend that much money. Then we have Swedish. Do you think the heist payouts are good relative to the work you have to put in? I like this question because, yeah, the heist payouts aren't anything special. Even with the challenges and stuff, they're not as good as I thought they would be, which does kind of suck. So I guess to answer your question, are they good relative to the work you have to put in? I would say no. Like, I think once we get it figured out, there may be way more efficient and easier ways to make money in online. However, with that being said, playing through the missions the other day with a couple of the people from my Discord, it was really fun. It was very challenging. It was very rewarding. And it was just different because, you know, normally in game, in all the missions, in all the business missions, they're relatively the same. Go here, grab this, boom, go back. In the heist, it felt different. You know, there was these juggernauts, which they don't make sense in GTA, but it was different. It was cool. It was a challenge. They had these stealth missions, which were fun. So I will say playing the missions made me enjoy the game a lot more than I've done in the past couple of years. So in terms of just fun gameplay, the heists are totally worth it. But yeah, when it comes to payouts, you're going to be somewhat disappointed. But sometime this week, I'll probably be making a video talking about the new best way to make money with the addition of this DLC and the heists it brings. Then we have Leon. Now that we have all these flying cars in GTA 5, do you think that GTA 6 is going to include all this crazy stuff? That's a very, very interesting question. I'm not going to talk too much on this topic because it's GTA 6. That's like years away. But that is something that I didn't even think of. What are they going to do when GTA 6 comes out? Are they going to, right off the bat, have jetpacks and stuff? And Deluxos flying around? Because if not, people are going to want them, right? But if not, they can't redo these DLCs. Like, they're not going to have a Doomsday Heist Part 2 in GTA 6, right? So how is that all going to work? That's going to be the very interesting thing that happens when that game does release. Then we have Dominic. Would you have been more happier with the DLC if it was the single player DLC it was supposed to be originally? We learned this DLC, the Doomsday Heist, all the missions, they were supposed to be for single player. So I'm guessing instead of our characters doing it, or our online characters, it was supposed to be Michael, Trevor, and Franklin. And I think there's two things, right? With a single player DLC, the story would have been a lot better. I think it would have meant a lot more because those are actual characters instead of our online character, which really doesn't have any character. We're freaking silent, you know? So it kind of sucks in that regard, but playing with friends is a blast. And then two, I don't think you'd be able to enjoy the vehicles and all the, you know, content after the fact. Once you beat the heist in single player, you'd probably be done with it. You really wouldn't go back. I know the hardcore people would, and some of the hardcore people would play with those vehicles in single player by themselves, but the benefit of having this stuff in online is that we can play with our friends. So you wouldn't really get that in a single player DLC. I guess really the best thing they could have done was have the DLC in single player, but then release all the content in online. You know, that would be the best of both worlds, but unfortunately they didn't do that. But I think the way it is now, I'm fine with it. It's the way stuff is going in the future. So in Red Dead Redemption 2, you know, it wouldn't surprise me if we get DLCs like this. Like, it wouldn't surprise me if we don't get any true single player DLCs, but they just make those into online related DLCs. Then we have Bleonk Nation. Where do you think Rockstar will go after the Doomsday Heist in GTA Online? So I want to sort of talk about this notion that people have that they have to go bigger and better. I don't think that's the case. The next DLC, if it's just a Hipster 2.0, or if it's like a police DLC or something, you know, there's a lot of things that they could do. And none of those will be as crazy as jetpacks and Deluxos and stuff flying around, but they'll be nice because it's something different. It's something unique and new. So yeah, they have an unlimited amount of options to go with the next DLC. They don't need to be constricted or limited to being better than or grander than the Doomsday Heist. Now, next Christmas, you know, that DLC, that may be a little bit bigger, but just in terms of the next heist, yeah, they can do a lot of stuff. Raymond, what do you think the next DLC is going to be? Well, I'll be making a separate video on this because the one thing I will say on this topic, it is interesting how they added somewhat of a police van, riot van, you know, that we could buy, and a bunch of police outfits, or not outfits, but masks and helmets. So just a little interesting tidbit I thought I'd mention. And then the final question, the question of the day: what was your favorite heist setup or finale in this DLC? And I want you guys to answer that in the comment section. You know, for me, I think it was in Act 3. It was where you had to go get the barrage. And the only reason I say that is because in the barrage mission, there's like an unlimited amount of freaking enemies that come after you in their dubsters and stuff, but they blow up in like 2 hits. And it just feels so awesome to be driving down, you know, in your machine gun or in your car with the machine gun, and then you shoot this car like 3 times and it just explodes. And that's like that for the next 3 minutes. It was just very, very fun. And it was very easy too. So that sort of plays a factor. But I think that might be one of my favorite ones. Although I will say the submarine one was very cool. And I will say the finale for Act 3, despite it being hard as hell, the fact that we're underneath Mount Chiliad just makes it really cool. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. That is it. Thank you all for watching. Please drop the video a like if you did enjoy. Subscribe for more awesome GTA content. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.